Hey everyone! Welcome to the channel. Picture this, a TV show set during a 3-year war that ran for 11 years, smashed every viewership record, and redefined television with its mix of laughs, tears, and raw human stories. That's MASH*, the iconic comedy drama about the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital that captured hearts during the Korean War. But what if I told you this legendary series is hiding secrets that even die-hard fans might not know? From a theme song too dark for TV to shocking cast exits, a finale that stopped America in its tracks, and a California park that became a war zone. Today we're diving deep into 10 mind-blowing facts about MASH* that will change how you see this groundbreaking show. Fact 1. The longest war in television history. MASH* aired for 11 seasons, from September 17, 1972, to February 28, 1983, delivering a whopping 251 episodes. Over 5,000 minutes of storytelling. But here's the mind-blowing part. The Korean War, the show's setting, lasted just 3 years, from June 25, 1950, to July 27, 1953. That means the fictional 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital operated nearly 4 times longer than the real conflict. The show's creators, Larry Gelbart and Gene Reynolds, were well aware of this irony and cleverly embraced it. In Season 7's House of God, Colonel Reese quips about the war dragging on endlessly, a subtle nod to the show's stretched timeline that fans picked up on. By Season 4, the writing team had exhausted major Korean War events, like the Battle of Pusan Perimeter, the Incheon Landing, and the armistice talks at Panmunjom. To keep the show fresh, they crafted fictional scenarios, such as The Late Captain Pierce, where Hawkeye is mistakenly declared dead, or Deluge, which blended chaotic war moments with personal drama. The extended timeline had a noticeable side effect. The actors aged significantly on screen. Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye Pierce, was 36 when the show began in 1972 and 47 by the finale in 1983, while his character was supposedly in his early 30s throughout. Loretta Swit, as Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, faced similar challenges, with her youthful character contrasting her real age by Season 11. In a 1981 TV Guide article, critics jokingly dubbed the 4077th the longest war in TV history, a running gag that became a fan favorite on forums and later on platforms like X. This longevity was a storytelling goldmine, enabling the writers to dive into complex themes like PTSD in Dreams, bureaucracy in the Red/White Blues, and the power of friendship in As Time Goes By. MASH* proved that audiences cared more about character arcs, like Hawkeye's wit, Margaret's growth, or Klinger's resilience, than strict historical accuracy. This extended run also allowed the show to reflect the Vietnam War, which was ongoing when MASH* premiered, making it a cultural touchstone for anti-war sentiments. The stretched timeline also served as a metaphor for the Vietnam War, which was ongoing when MASH* premiered in 1972. The show's anti-war themes resonated with audiences disillusioned by Vietnam's prolonged conflict, making MASH* a cultural touchstone. Writers drew parallels, like in Sometimes You Hear the Bullet, where Hawkeye confronts a friend's death, echoing Vietnam's senseless losses. Production records reveal the writers consulted historians to ensure historical events, when used, were accurate, but the fictional timeline gave them freedom to focus on universal human stories. Fact 2. Gary Berghoff, the movie-to-TV bridge. Radar, the innocent, animal-loving company clerk who could hear incoming choppers before anyone else, was so unforgettable in the film that producers knew they couldn't recast him. But it wasn't a done deal. Berghoff had to audition again to prove his movie performance could carry a weekly series with a longer, more character-driven format. Spoiler alert. He absolutely nailed it. In the film, Radar was a supporting character with limited screen time, often overshadowed by stars like Donald Sutherland Hawkeye. The TV series transformed him into a fan favorite over 7 seasons, giving him depth and heart. Episodes like Fallen Idol showed Radar grappling with his hero worship of Hawkeye, while the most unforgettable characters highlighted his growth as a clerk under pressure. Berghoff brought institutional knowledge from the film, helping maintain its gritty, irreverent tone in early seasons. He even suggested storylines, like Radar's pet guinea pig in The Nurses, or his iconic teddy bear, which became a symbol of his innocence and vulnerability. When Berghoff left after Season 7, The two-part Goodbye Radar was a tearjerker, showing Radar leaving the 4077th to return home. The cast, including Mike Farrell, reportedly cried during filming, and fans sent thousands of letters to CBS expressing their heartbreak. In a 2000 interview, Berghoff revealed his departure was tough but necessary for his family, and his later advocacy for accessibility, inspired by his own hearing loss, added to his legacy. When Berghoff left after season 7, the two-part Goodbye Radar was a tearjerker, showing Radar leaving the 4077th to return home after his uncle's death. The cast, including Mike Farrell and Loretta Swit, reportedly cried during filming, a moment captured in behind-the-scenes footage. Fans sent thousands of letters to CBS, some begging for Radar's return. Berghoff's departure was driven by his desire to focus on his young daughter and pursue wildlife photography, a passion that led to exhibitions and books like Wildlife Wonders, 1985. Fact 3. No laugh track, a revolutionary choice. The show eliminated the laugh track in operating room scenes, a groundbreaking move in the 1970s when sitcoms like All in the Family and The Jeffersons relied on canned laughter to cue audiences. Creators Larry Gelbart and Gene Reynolds fought CBS executives, arguing that fake laughs during life and death surgeries would be jarring and disrespectful to the show's serious themes. CBS resisted, fearing viewers wouldn't understand the humor without audio cues. But the compromise, no laugh tracks in the oar, helped birth the dramedy genre, blending comedy and drama in a way that trusted viewers' emotional intelligence. This choice made or scenes hit like a freight train. Moments like Hawkeye's breakdown in House of God, Margaret's emotional confession in Hot Lips and Empty Arms, felt raw and real without artificial laughter. In a 1974 The New York Times review, critic John J. O'Connor praised this as sophisticated television, noting how it allowed viewers to navigate tonal shifts naturally. Sound editors faced a complex challenge, seamlessly blending laugh-tracked scenes with the stark silence of or moments, creating a cohesive flow. This technique is now studied in film schools, like at USC and NYU, for its pioneering audio design. Some international broadcasts, such as in the UK and Australia, added laugh tracks to every scene, altering the show's emotional impact and sparking debates among fans on platforms like X. The decision to skip laugh tracks in the or influenced later shows like Scrubs, which used music for emotional beats, and The Wonder Years, which ditched laugh tracks entirely. Fact 4. Malibu Creek, the 4077th's real-life home. It was filmed at Malibu Creek State Park in California's Santa Monica Mountains, not Korea. The production built a sprawling outdoor set with tents, a helicopter landing pad, and military structures, chosen for its uncanny resemblance to Korea's hilly, rocky terrain. Located just 30 miles from Hollywood, it was practical for daily shoots but presented unique challenges that tested the cast and crew. Filming at Malibu Creek was no easy feat. Summer temperatures soared to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, with actors like Loretta Swit sweating through heavy army uniforms, while winters dropped to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, requiring blankets between takes. The remote location lacked electricity and running water, so the crew hauled generators, lighting rigs, and supplies up winding trails. Wildlife was a constant issue. Deer, coyotes, and even a bear once wandered onto the set, pausing production for hours. Jamie Farr, who played Klinger, recalled in a 1995 interview how a curious deer ate props during the filming of Bug Out. Environmental permits were strictly enforced to protect the park's ecology, reflecting the production's commitment to preserving the natural site. The set was a permanent fixture for 11 years, becoming a character in itself. Episodes like Bug Out and The Nurses used the terrain to depict the 4077th's chaotic relocations and gritty reality, with dust and wind adding authenticity. After the show ended in 1983, most structures were dismantled, but remnants like the helicopter pad and tent foundations remain. Fans visit the site, marked by a commemorative plaque, and guided tours at Malibu Creek share MASH asterisk filming anecdotes. The park's natural beauty contrasted with the show's war-torn aesthetic, making every scene visually striking. Fact 5. The finale that stopped America. On February 28, 1983, MASH asterisk aired its 2.5-hour finale, Goodbye, Farewell and Amen, and America came to a standstill. Fact 5. It drew a staggering 105.9 million viewers, capturing 77% of U.S. television viewership that night. the most-watched TV episode in history until the 2010 Super Bowl surpassed it with 106.5 million viewers. Bars went silent, viewing parties filled homes, and urban legends claim water pressure dropped in cities like New York and Chicago as people waited until the credits rolled to use the bathroom. CBS charged $450,000 for a 30-second ad spot, equivalent to over $1.2 million in 2025 dollars, making it one of the priciest broadcasts of its time. The episode provided closure for 11 years of storylines: Hawkeye's mental struggles after a traumatic bus incident, Margaret's journey to independence, Klinger's surprising decision to stay in Korea, and Father Mulcahy's hearing loss from an explosion. Critics, like Variety in a March 1983 review, praised its perfect balance of humor and heartbreak, calling it a cultural milestone. Globally, the finale smashed records in the UK, Australia, and Canada, proving ***''s universal appeal. The episode's production was a massive undertaking, with director Alda coordinating hundreds of extras, pyrotechnics, and emotional performances. It set the gold standard for series finales, influencing shows like Friends, 2004, The Sopranos, 2007, and Breaking Bad, 2013. Its cultural impact is still discussed in media studies, and clips regularly trend on X during anniversary airings. Fact 6. Alda, the multitasking genius. Alda directed 32 episodes, starting with House of God in Season 3 and culminating in the iconic finale, Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. Directing while starring was rare in the 1970s, requiring grueling 16-hour days and incredible stamina. He also wrote 13 episodes, including The Interview, a black-and-white mockumentary that's a fan favorite for its innovative storytelling and realistic war commentary. Alda's directorial style emphasized emotional authenticity over flashy visuals. Episodes like Point of View, shot entirely from a wounded soldier's perspective, showcased his creativity, while The Life You Save explored mortality with haunting depth. He won 5 Emmys, 3 for acting, 2 for directing, making him one of the few TV stars to excel in both roles. Alda collaborated closely with the cast, asking Jamie Farr for insights on Klinger's motivations or Loretta Swit for ideas on Margaret's arc, ensuring every scene felt authentic. His work behind the camera shaped ***''s legacy and inspired actors like Ron Howard and Rob Reiner to pursue directing. In a 2000 Emmy magazine interview, Alda said directing *** taught him to see the story through the audience's eyes, a philosophy evident in episodes like Comrades in Arms, where Hawkeye and Margaret's bond deepens during a tense escape. Fact 7. The theme song's dark secret. Suicide is Painless was written for the 1970 *** film by Mike Altman, the 14-year-old son of director Robert Altman. Its lyrics about suicide as an escape from the horrors of war were deemed too heavy for CBS's family-friendly airwaves, so the TV show used only the instrumental version. Lines like "The pain grows stronger, watch it grin" were considered too raw for 1970s audiences, especially for a primetime sitcom slot. The instrumental, arranged by Grammy-winning composer Johnny Mandel, became one of TV's most iconic themes, perfectly balancing hope and melancholy to reflect ***''s tone. Mike Altman earned over $1 million from the song, far more than his father's $70,000 for directing the film. Some international versions, like in Japan and Germany, included the lyrics, creating a darker opening that shocked viewers accustomed to the instrumental. The song reached #1 in the UK charts in 1980 as a single, though radio stations often skipped the lyrical version due to its sensitive theme. Covers by artists like Manic Street Preachers, 1992, and Marilyn Manson, 2000, kept the song alive, and its hopeful melody became synonymous with ***'s message of resilience. The song's creation was a fluke. Robert Altman challenged his teenage son to write the stupidest lyrics for a film scene, and Mike delivered a haunting masterpiece. Fact 8. Shocking cast exits that changed everything. The departures of McLean Stevenson and Wayne Rogers after Season 3 were game-changers that shook the show to its core. Both actors left due to creative disputes, feeling overshadowed by Alda's Hawkeye Pierce, who dominated the spotlight. Stevenson, a stage actor, wanted more dramatic roles to showcase his range, while Rogers, a former Wall Street investor, sought equal billing and more screen time, frustrated by Hawkeye's central role. Henry Blake's exit in Abyssinia, Henry, was a television milestone. His character was killed in a plane crash, a shocking move for a comedy series. The cast wasn't informed until filming to capture raw, emotional reactions, with Loretta Swit visibly tearful on screen. Viewers were devastated, sending thousands of letters to CBS in protest, some calling the decision cruel. Trapper John's exit in Welcome to Korea was quieter, with his character simply rotating home without a dramatic send-off. These departures paved the way for new characters B.J. Honeycutt and Colonel Reese, who brought fresh dynamics and prevented the show from stagnating. The bold choice to kill off Henry Blake added unprecedented weight to MASH**''s themes of loss and the unpredictability of war, influencing later shows like ER and Grey's Anatomy. In a 1991 interview with Entertainment Weekly, Stevenson admitted regretting his exit but praised the show's courage for taking risks. Fact 9. Emmy glory for a television titan. The show won 14 Emmy Awards out of 109 nominations, including Outstanding Comedy Series from 1974 to 1976, cementing its early critical success. Alda snagged 5 Emmys, 3 for acting and 2 for directing, while writers like Larry Gelbart and Gene Reynolds won for scripts like Death Takes a Holiday and The Interview. Technical categories such as cinematography, editing, and sound mixing also earned accolades, with episodes like Bug Out praised for their dynamic visuals and immersive sound design. Guest stars such as Edward Winter as Colonel Reese and Claire Bloom in The Nurses frequently earned nominations, showcasing MASH**'''''s ability to attract top-tier talent. The finale, Goodbye, Farewell and Amen, scored multiple Emmy nods, capping a legacy of consistent excellence. This success established MASH** as a pioneer of prestige television, influencing shows like The West Wing and Mad Men. In a 1983 Variety article, critics called MASH** a benchmark for quality TV that raised the bar for storytelling. Fact 10. Radar's heartbreaking farewell. Gary Berghoff's departure as Radar O'Reilly after Season 7 was one of MASH**'''''s most emotional moments, leaving a void in the 4077th. Unlike other exits driven by creative conflicts, Berghoff's decision was deeply personal. He left to focus on his young family and pursue his passion for wildlife photography, which he developed during the show's demanding filming schedule. The 2-part Goodbye Radar showed Radar leaving the 4077th to return home, a poignant farewell for a character who'd grown from comic relief to a symbol of innocence and humanity. Episodes like The Most Unforgettable Characters showcased his depth as a clerk under pressure, while Fallen Idol explored his emotional struggles, cementing his fan-favorite status. Berghoff's exit changed the show's dynamic, with fans noting on X that the 4077th felt emptier without Radar's boyish charm. His occasional guest appearances, like in The Yalu Brick Road, kept his spirit alive, offering fans a bittersweet reunion. Post-MASH***, Berghoff pursued photography, publishing books like Wildlife Wonders in 1985, and became an advocate for conservation and accessibility, inspired by his own hearing loss. In a 2000 TV Guide interview, he called leaving MASH** the hardest but best decision for his family. And there you have it. 10 mind-blowing facts about MASH** that prove why it's one of television's greatest shows. From its record-breaking finale that stopped America to Radar's tearful farewell, Alan Alda's directing genius, and a theme song with a hidden dark side, MASH** didn't just entertain. It changed how stories are told on screen. If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic content. And tell us, what's your favorite MASH** episode, character, or moment? Or is there another classic show you want us to cover? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep the 4077th spirit alive.